It's week 2 of the National Football League, and our focus is on the Lions' Offensive Player of the Year. He was historic a week ago, surpassing Shannon Sharpe's 2002 mark of 214 yards by a tight end. It's the Lions and the Texans. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And he was certainly solid, maybe a little bit more last week in his NFL debut. Threw a couple of touchdown passes and earned his first victory. Now, we all know it's not going to be easy from here, but at least now he's seeing what it takes to win at this level.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. It's a gain of 9. The numbers for Gibbs from last week. 17 carries, 80 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Lions at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do him any favors. They gave him 2 road games right out of the gate, but the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. Hand off now to Gibbs. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. You look at the defense for these Texans. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Barkley. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
So out come the Texans in great starting field position. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, the numbers for Pierce last week. 14 carries, 65 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Stroud on 3rd down now. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one. Myles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Barkley. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. Kirby Joseph there to drop it. Well, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
First and 10, it's Stroud. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Stroud. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Stroud will look to throw once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully punt.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. The York on now for the extra point.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Well, the road ahead a little bit more difficult now after that pick 6. So dealing with his deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive, 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
From the 24, Barkley. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Off the play fake, Barkley. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton. Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. On 1st down, Barkley. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Another try after the 1st down sack. Barkley. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Barkley fighting through pressure, eluding the pressure right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off play action. Barkley. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And
that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot. On any passes in the middle of the field, any one
is going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Through one corner, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second corner from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. As Stroud now to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here goes Stroud again.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Stroud off the play fake.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's taken in at the 9. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try to do it again.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. On 1st and 10, Barkley. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Texans back out there and ready to go.
And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Stroud to throw it.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready, go.
Stroud out of the gun here.
And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, All you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Throwing on first down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7. Looking to throw, Barkley. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit! Amon-Ra St. Brown, 44 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third down and 6. Here's Stroud. Pass complete to Osborne. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a first and 10 here. Pierce now up the middle.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 5. Throwing now is Stroud. Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 39. Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The 38-yard line, second and 9. Stroud working out of the gun. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Stroud looking to throw. Got his man, Dell. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Cade York on now for the field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. York able to send this one through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here come the Lions now. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Barkley. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He finds his man complete. That's Clayton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Barkley. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
On 2nd and 10, Barkley. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We start up at Soldier Field. Miami making the trip north to take on Chicago. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. The Dolphins trying to hold on and claim victory. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in US Bank Stadium. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. The Patriots trying to even their mark at 1-1 after dropping their opener a week ago. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Tua Tagovailoa, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Pierce. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Barkley.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. On 1st down, Barkley. And that's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Barkley finds Gibbs on the check down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now out comes Houston.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
3rd and 2.
Hey, bring it. Check, Panther. Roll.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Take it in at the 22. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Barkley. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Clayton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Barkley.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
And St. Brown going to have the Lions 1st down as he'll take this down to the 26.
Looking to throw. Barkley. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
To try again after the sack. Barkley.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
Made his first. This now from 46 yards away.
Patterson's kick is good.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Give to Pierce.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now Stroud. That's complete to Dell.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Stroud sets up the play action. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown.
Damian Pierce.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense set to take over. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
And quickly they get to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barkley.
That pass caught. It's Williams. Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
79 yards.
And the Lions use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Ready? Let's go. Reno, let go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. That is caught by Dell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And did he get in? No! They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line.
A huge play there for Houston. 57 yards.
Here's Pierce. Will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So out now come the Lions. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to get the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
Escapes the defender.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
On 1st and 10, Barkley.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Back to throw. Barkley. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
To throw on 2nd down, Barkley. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Lions get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Now an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. And it is good, and the lead will swell to 9. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
On first down, here's Stroud.
He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Stroud now on second down.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Osborne. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
First and 10, it's Stroud.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down.
Stroud to throw it. Pass caught here by Osborne.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Texans.
Elijah Moore.
50 yards.
And the Texans are back within a score.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
A run here with Pierce. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
York able to send this one through.
Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Barkley. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now second down and a few inches. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Barkley. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Barkley.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. First and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion,
and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Stroud.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Bronco switch. Let's go.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Detroit, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.